Saint Lucia's burgeoning national debt is weighing heavily on the mind of the Minister for Finance, Prime Minister Philip Joseph Pierre. Successive administrations have gone on a borrowing binge, with the debt tally now tittering on a formidable $4 billion mark.
We begin 2022 saddled with the negative effects of COVID and a sovereign debt burden of over $3.9 billion and over $500 million of other debt commitments.
But with the number of unfinished major public projects behind schedule and over budget, in all probability the Minister for Finance will have to be knocking on creditors' doors seeking additional funds.
An unfinished St. Jude Hospital and Hiwanora International Airport redevelopment project, all of which are experiencing rising costs above and beyond what we were originally told. Getting our public finances in order will take a Herculean task of policy coherence, strategic communication and consultations, efficient implementation, resource mobilization, elimination of corruption, transparency and accountability in order to achieve better economic outcomes for our nation and economy.
Prime Minister Pierre listed the accomplishments of his 5-month-old administration, but warns that the daunting challenges that lie ahead would require national resolve and discipline.
2022 must be a year for national reassessment, rebirth, and recalibration. Our nation will have to live with the pandemic while addressing the systemic shortfalls in education, healthcare, social justice, governance, and infrastructure. The most pressing health crisis remains COVID-19. The scientific way to reduce the burden on health infrastructure and reducing death is getting people vaccinated. Even Omicron, which is raging throughout the world right now, hospitalizations are still largely by people who are unvaccinated. We cannot afford the luxury of lockdowns anymore. Our children have lost too much school. Our businesses are closing. We simply cannot afford another 2020 or 2021.
Good governance, particularly tackling corruption, received special mention in the Prime Minister's maiden New Year's Day address. The government leader signalled his intention to expend additional resources to address the unacceptably high crime rate. This against the backdrop of 2021 entering the record books with 75 homicides. Prime Minister Pierre urged St. Lucians to take seriously the threat posed by the Omicron variant of COVID-19, encouraging residents to get vaccinated to protect themselves and their loved ones. Saint Lucian for the HGS News Force.